So on to day 3, the final day, I think, fingers crossed. I've done all my scenic material now. I've laid my track, got my level crossing down. So what I'll do next, I think, is put together the waiting room, which I'm looking forward to. I quite like putting together and building little things. So going to do that first, then I'll probably add some trees, lichen, and the country walls and things, and then that kind of the people, finish up with the layout, and then hopefully show you what it all looks like with our locos on. So here we go, day 3. So as we can see, I've got in front of me all the bits and bobs. The waiting room looks a little bit sparse, so we're going to be putting that together. We've got extra pieces here for benches, chimneys, fencing for the back. We've got a little trolley for the station. Got a signal which I'm going to pop down here. I think I'm not entirely sure where it goes, so if I get that wrong, you can let me know. We've got instructions here for assembling the waiting room, so I'm going to follow those. Just letting you know how to stick things on, etc. Then we've got our windows, stickers, lots and lots of stickers or decals. I quite like here is, if you can see that, Swindon, Reading, Crewe, Derby, Doncaster, Brighton, Ashford. Timetables there, signals, yeah. The clock face transfers have been included in this water slide. Cut the clock faces from the transfer sheet, immerse them in water for 1 minute, and slide the images off the backing paper into place on the clock moulding. Carefully damp dry with soft, clean cloth. Stickers, again, more stickers, posters, etc. We are going to be using scissors to cut things out, so if you aren't an adult, do get adult supervision as always when using sharp objects, and you'll need an adhesive, like a clear adhesive for things like the windows and putting things on together. So let's get started. I think I'm going to go with Brighton because I grew up in South London and we used to go to Brighton on trips to see the sea. Okay, so I'm moving on to trees and lichen now. I've got some fir trees here, a mix of sizes, I believe. Yep, a mix of sizes in there I'm going to use. And I've got an autumn mix of lichen because I wanted to add a different bit of colour to the layout rather than just the green. So firstly I'm going to place my trees where I kind of think roughly where they'll go, and then I'll start sticking things down. I'll be using some more PVA, mix with the water again in a little pot, and then just using that to dab in the PVA glue. So here we go. Now I'm going to be using my lichen, so get a few clumps of different versions. So I think you can either sort of clip with a pair of scissors, obviously again, always check with an adult for supervision. A bit of a mix there maybe. Or if you want, you can tear like that. So, same as the trees, pop a little bit of PVA glue down, and I guess I can just start placing things. So here we go, on to the final part. I'm going to put in some extra little bits, details. Got a bench and station lamp there, and I've also got some packs of people that I'm going to pop down. So you'll need an adhesive for this. Okay, and then finally we have our locomotives. Got a late BR Terrier there. We've also got a Ruston and Hornsby 48 DS flatbed wagon Longmorn distillery. So there we are, our finished layout. Obviously we will let everything dry, so that will embed everything in. Got my locos on now. I'm aware that I'm probably mixing eras and things like that, but I apologise for that. Here we go, my first ever model railway layout. I've got power track here and here, so I'm going to put some power into this track here to get the rusting going back and forth to show you. And then if you did want to add power to this, I think all you'd have to do is just drill a hole just underneath there and then run the wires to the controller underneath and in. Yeah, let's have a little closer look at it and show it running. So here's my model railway layout in all its glory, my first ever model railway layout. I think it turned out okay actually, a lot better than I thought it would when I first started. I was quite nervous about what I needed to do and whether I'd be able to do it at all. So yeah, I think I did pretty well. I can still see there's bits where I could have done things better. I said before, the road is probably the most obvious, and I'm sure you'll be able to tell me where I could have done things differently. If you do have any tips or tricks, please do comment them down below. Give me a rating from 1 to 10. Please be nice. It is my first time, so yeah, 1 to 10. Again, comments below. Please do share your layouts on our social media. If you've got any of your own layouts that you've been completing during lockdowns and they are your first layouts, do share them with social media. Something that I'm probably going to annoy the social media team with this one, but my workstation was quite messy, and I'm just curious to see what your workstations are like at home when you're creating your model railway layouts. So whether you're quite particular about how you place your things out, send some pictures on our social media or to marketing@hornby.com. I'd like to take a look at them. But yeah, hopefully you can sort of get the fact that, I suppose what I wanted to get across was that it doesn't matter if you've never done this before. It's about the kind of doing it. And when we've got so much time at home and so many things to kind of stress us out in our daily lives at the moment, especially, having something like this where we can just focus on it and we can enjoy it. And I really did enjoy the aspects of it. My favourite part was the scenic, because you can see that build up. But just having something that you can just invest your mind into, you can sort of not think too much about what's going on around you, and you can kind of float away into this little miniature world, which I really, really enjoyed. So yeah, it's about getting started. Don't worry, just like me, I was nervous at first, but once you get into it, you know, you end up with something at the end of it that you can feel proud of. So thank you for joining me on this journey as I made my first model railway layout. As always, don't forget to like and subscribe so you can see all of our Hornby content, including Signal Box. And yeah, I'll see you next time.